Hello, Namaskar, welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Nayak and here's my take. Now let me start with a number. More than 130 million people across India and Bangladesh depend directly or indirectly on Brahmaputra River. Now imagine if a source of that river was increasingly controlled by a country with whom India shares one of the most strategic rivalries. Would you be worried? Well, answer would be definitely yes. Because that's what exactly the question policymakers in New Delhi are asking today. Now, China is advancing plans for what could become the world's largest hydropower project on the river, the same river that enters India as Brahmaputra. Now, while the Beijing says the project is about clean energy, but India concerns goes beyond electricity. It is about water security, it is about livelihood, and most importantly, it is about strategic dependence. Now let's dig it out. Well, Brahmaputra River is not just a river, it is an economic backbone of Northeast India. Well, every year it irrigates farmland, it supports fisheries, it sustains biodiversity, and it provides livelihood to millions of families across Arunachal Pradesh. Well, the river also plays a crucial role in replacing the groundwaters and supporting the ecosystem that cannot survive without its natural flow. Now, China wants to build a mega dam upstream near one of the most geographically significant bends on the river. Chinese official maintains that downstream countries have nothing to worry about, but for India, the issue is not simply about today's water flow, it is about future control. Because once infrastructure is built on that scale, the upstream countries gains an unprecedented ability to regulate the water movement. And it naturally raises questions to every nation's downstream. Now the question arises, why is this important? Well, think about in this way. India cannot relocate Brahmaputra, it cannot create another flow, it cannot create another river, and it cannot change geographically. Well, the Brahmaputra River remains one of few rivers that millions of Indians rely on agriculture, drinking waters, transportations, and most importantly, it is about economic activity. Now, any major change in the river behavior, whether through water shortage or altered sedimentation flow or sudden releases, it could affect the communities that have depended on the river for generation. Now, this is why Indian authorities says they are closely monitoring this development. Not because of crisis exists today, but because of strategic planning for better tomorrow. And when a source of river lies beyond the borders, every upstream decision becomes a decision of national concern. Now, here's my take. Well, the real story is not just about river, it is a story about dependence. Now, for decades, India have viewed Brahmaputra as a natural resource. But in the world where water become increasingly strategic, rivers are no longer just about environmental asset, they are becoming geopolitical asset. Well, India is challenged not to react emotionally, but it is to think in a long-term basis, to strengthen its water security, to improve its monitoring capabilities, and to ensure that livelihoods of millions are never vulnerable to the decision made beyond the borders. Because the nations can import oil, nations can import technology, but no nations can import a river. And that's why Brahmaputra matters the most to the people, and India is realizing it beautifully. Well, that's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.